So that kind of covers the fitting part of it that we talk about. We talk about fitting from 100 yards and in. Kind of talks about the difference between tour balls and two-piece golf balls. They're different on the short game. Off the tee, they're similar. And it kind of helps you as a player fitting. This also ties into a big question that we get all the time on swing speed. If I had a nickel for every time someone said to me, geez, my swing speed's not high enough, so I need to play a low compression ball. I want to walk you through some logic on where you've been taken in this theory. So I know this probably is going to butt heads with some of the other manufacturers and who use it as a marketing tool, but I want to tell you something in theory to think about when you're making that decision to play low compression golf ball. Low compression two-piece golf balls are very, very soft feel. When we lower the compression of the core, we take all the spin out of the ball. So on a two-piece ball, that low spin you have with the driver means the low spin you have throughout the set. So your golf ball now with your wedges and your 9-irons and your 8-irons and your chips are very low spin, okay? So in your mind, if you have a 400-yard hole, and maybe I'll do a little demonstration on the board after, but if you have a 400-yard hole, and let's say you hit your tee shot 250 yards, okay? And in your mind, you think if you play a low compression ball, you're now going to hit it and it's going to go 1 mile an hour faster, okay? So 1 mile an hour faster is about 8 inches at your swing speed. So your 250-yard drive just went 250 and 8 inches. Okay, you still have 150 yards left to play, and you've got to finish the hole with a golf ball that has the least amount of performance of anything out there. Low spin, great soft feel, made because I compress it. Well, your drive just went 8 inches longer when you hit a good one. Congrats. Now you got to go finish the hole with zero performance. So your next 2, 3, 4, 5 shots are all going to be played with a golf ball that does no performance, which is where you need performance the most. So I want to show you something I did. I cut a golf ball in half. Okay, and this is a tour ball, and I just want to show you, in people's minds, they think they can't compress the golf ball into the core. Okay, so this is our tour ball, the MTB golf ball. And if you look at the golf ball, you can see that this golf ball is primarily core. Okay, the cover thickness of the urethane is this outer layer is 30 thousandths of an inch thick. It's extremely thin. The mantle layer is between 50 thousandths and 70 thousandths thick. So a golf ball is 1.68 inches in diameter. When you hit with a driver, you compress the golf ball 1/3 the diameter. So you're well into that little thin cover and mantle all the way into the core. So no matter what swing speed you have as a player, you are going to impact the golf ball through the cover, through the mantle, and into the core. So will the golf ball go further for you if it's low compression? It may, because it's a little bit lower spin, but it's not going to add distance that you're going to now put you that much closer, and it's not going to add performance when you get closer to the green, okay? So all the golf balls today, the technology that drives the driver is in the core. We found technologies that can take this core, make that compression in tour balls very, very low. So what used to happen is when you had two cores, one at 100 compression and one at 30 compression, what would happen is the ball velocity of the 100 compression core would be very fast, and the ball velocity of the 30 compression core would be very slow. That's 1990. The technologies that we have today is we have technology to take this 100 compression core at this speed and make this 30 compression core be the same speed. So now we lower the driver spin, we increase the launch angle, we maintain the speed, the distances have to be the same. The USGA restricts us on ball velocity, symmetry, size, weight, and overall distance. If we get the size and the weight to the limits they do, we max out the ball velocity and your aerodynamics are done right for symmetry, the golf balls can't go any further. So they've kind of put a cap on that for us, so we can't add a lot of distance. But what we can do is we can completely change the performance of the golf ball from the short game in, from this 100 yards, 60 yards, which is where you as players today need that performance. So I know it's intimidating for some people. The old tour balladas and the old pinnacles, they were miles apart. One was low spin, one was high spin, couldn't control it, you were afraid hooks and slices. It's not that way anymore today. The tour balls today have spin rates like the two-piece golf balls, but the performance is much, much better.